everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Yhinka. I was attracted to the sleeve, just the sleeve. For this style today, we are going to be using raw fabric. I'm going to be using this beautiful print, and then you'll be needing your lining, you'll be needing lace for the sleeve, and also you'll be needing your interfacing and thread. So if you're new to this channel, please kindly take a moment to subscribe. And to my old subscriber, you're all welcome back. I love you. If you have not clicked the notification bell, please kindly do that now so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new tutorial. And always give the video a thumbs up. So just click the like button. All right, so take the front seat and let's get started. So I'll be cutting out the sleeve. It's a pencil sleeve, then with the one on top. So first fold your fabric into 2, then after that you fold it into 4. So you measure the length you want for your sleeve. So this is the length of my sleeve. Then from this point I'll measure my cap height down. So I'll measure my cap height. I'm using 5 inches for my cap height. On my cap height line, I'm going to input my armhole measurement, my armhole with my seam allowance. Then from here, I'll get my cuff. I'll get my sleeve cuff this way. And then I'll come to the hem line. I'm going to input my round sleeve measurement. My round sleeve measurement divided by 2. Put it there. And I'll connect it this way. Then I'll connect it back this way. At the hem line, you input your round sleeve measurement divided by 2. Then from the hem line, you connect it back to this cap height line this way. Then you cut it out. It's just a straight pencil sleeve. So this is it. Don't forget to notch these points. So the pencil sleeve is ready. You keep it aside. I'll be cutting out the puff that is on top of the pencil sleeve now. And for that, I'll just cut out a square of fabric. So the upper part of the sleeve is just a square of fabric. So you need to cut out a square of fabric that measured 18 inches in length and 18 inches in width. You can also do 20 if you depend on how long you want it to be. All right, but I'm going to be using 18 inches by 18 inches. So I'm going to cut out 2 because it's 2 hand. So you cut a square of fabric that measure 18 inches in length and 18 inches in width. So I'll go ahead, I'll cut it out. 18 inches. This is a square of fabric that measured 18 inches in width and then 18 inches in length. And I have 2 because it's for the 2 sleeve. 1 and then 2. 18 inches by 18 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do now is for me to fold this into 2 this way. Fold it diagonally like this, like a triangle, like this. Can you see? So you're going to be notching this part. This is the part that will be connected to the shoulder. So you notch it. Just place your notch like that. So this is it. And basically that's all you need. It's just a square of fabric. So what you need to do, I've opened it up again. As it is like this is the part that we notch. So this part is going to be at the shoulder tip. So you're going to be pleating this to one side of the sleeve and then this to the other side, across like that. So when we are sewing, it's just for us to match this to the center of the sleeve. Let me use one and illustrate what I mean by creating pleats. So this is one of my sleeve. Can you see? This is one of my sleeve. So you're going to be matching the notch that you have. You know, we already put notch. So place the notch here like this at the center of the sleeve like this. Then you're going to be pleating the whole of this side here to the cap head like this. Can you see? Stopping somewhere here. Then you do the same thing to the other side. Then this other side also, pleat it. Hope it's clear. So it's going to be like this on the sleeve. So this part is the part that will be dangling there. If you don't want it to be this sharp, you can also curve it at this lower part. You can just curve it a little. I'll be curving my dough. So at the end of the day, it's going to be like this on your shoulder. The pencil sleeve will be right inside this way. Then this one will be right on top of it like this. So you'll be seeing it when I'm sewing it so that you can understand it a lot better. So I'll be covering the M line like I said. So at this other end, you're going to be measuring 3 inches upward. Then you just create like a kind of curve here. If you don't want it to be pointing, but if you want it to be pointing at the down part, you can leave it like that. It's going to be fine also. But we're just going to be creating a slight curve here. So from the tip of the triangle here at this bottom part, measure 3 inches upward and then just connect it with a slight curve to this other side. 3 inches. And then just curve it here this way so that it will not be too pointy here. So you need to cut out lining for this. So open it and cut out your lining. So if you open the sleeve, this is how the sleeves look. This is how it looks. This is the bottom part, and this part from here to here will be pleated to the armhole. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll cut out lining for this. So I've cut out lining for it, but then I'm going to be reducing my lining at the hemline by ½ inch, just ½ inch, so that the lining will not be coming out from the main fabric. So this is it. We are done cutting. For more structure, I'll fuse it with my interfacing. So what I'll do is just to match the right side of the lining together with the right side of the bodice, and I'm going to stitch together at the bottom part, only the bottom part. This cuff part is the bottom part. This cuff part is the bottom part. So I'll take to the sewing machine. I'll stitch the two of them together with ½ inch seam allowance. I'll be stitching down the M line of the sleeve. You stitch it down with ½ inch. So when you're done, you notch it all around. Notch. Then you turn it to the good side this way. Can you see? You turn it to the good side like this. This is it now. What you need to do now is for you to just stitch the two sides together like this at this side, so that you can keep the lining and the main fabric on the same level. All right, so match them together properly and just stitch them together so that they can be on the same level. Iron it and you repeat the same thing to the second sleeve. All right, so we're going to be attaching the sleeve to the body of the dress now. So from the shoulder, I'm going to measure 6 inches downward. I'll measure 6 inches downward from the shoulder. And you will also transfer the shock to the other side this way. Can you see? Like this. Then you move to the second armhole. From the shoulder tip again, you measure 6 inches downward, and you will also transfer the shock to the other side. So the next thing is for you to open up the fabric this way. Then you're going to grab the puffs, the upper part of the sleeve, that is the ankara. So you match the notching on the ankara sleeve together with the shoulder joining this way. Then you pin it. Next, you grab the other end of the triangle like this. Then you match this end with the point where you shocked. Can you see my shock here? So you match that point together this way. Then you're going to be placing the remaining excess in between the shocked point and the shoulder. You ensure you distribute your pleats evenly in between the shocked point and the shoulder. Can you see? Like this. Then when you're done with one side, that is when you get to the shoulder point, match the other end of the triangle with the second shock. Can you see? And then you're going to pin also. Then you also pleat the excess on the sleeve to the armhole, starting from the shoulder tip down to where you have your shock. Then when you're done, this is how it's looking. So the next thing now is to attach the pencil sleeve, that is the lace. So match the center of the sleeve together with the shoulder. Make sure your notching align with the shoulder here. The right side of the sleeve will be facing the wrong side of the first sleeve this way. Then you pin it. Then you're going to sew to the left, and also you sew to the right, okay? So I'm done with this side of the armhole. I will also stitch the other side of the armhole. So I'm done. The next thing is to repeat the same thing to the second armhole. When you're done attaching the sleeve, the next thing is to close the side of your sleeve all the way down to the hem line. Guys, that's the end of the tutorial for today. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please kindly subscribe, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.